Hello everyone, my name is Marjorie Forrester and I'm currently enrolled in the Instructional Designer and Technology course. Previously, I had the intention to continue with my studies compatible to my current skills. But with the arrival of my darling little grandson, I was hesitant to start. It took me some time to make a final decision. With that said, it was the perfect timing as I did not want to waste any more time without developing my skills in this course. Getting into the class with an outlook to the future, I had no idea how I would cope with work, family, and school. But that strength of that special character in me steered me with the belief that I would be empowered with this fundamental task to be prepared for a satisfying outcome to the future ahead. At first, the class appeared to be overly challenging. I thought I might have to discontinue the course, but the need to go on was more becoming. I am inspired by all the 5 strategies for finding your life's task. My main insight and favorite one is the first strategy: return to your originals. That was overwhelming for me, as it took me on a mental vision straight into my childhood days. I was being driven on a rocket. In other words, I was skyrocketed to the very scene as far back as I can remember in the earlier times. The happier days when my surroundings were seen differently and appreciated with just a smile of satisfaction. As Green illustrated, as I cited these 3 reasons. For masters, their inclination often presents itself to them with remarkable clarity in childhood. And that is so true. That is found on page 29. For me, that was when I first started to express my cultural creativity in expressing nursery rhymes. As I grew older, I started performing in stage acting and contending in cultural developments at various levels. Green also says, number 2, sometimes it's not an object or an activity, but rather something in the culture that sparks a deep connection. That's found on page 31. Number 3 continues, as I continue. In order to master feel, you must love the subject and feel a profound connection to it. That is also found on page 31. Green also mentioned in his writing, sometimes the inclination becomes so clear through a particular activity that brings with it a feeling of heightened power. That is found on page 30. My deepest emotions speak loud to the things I love to do best. From my own experiences, I love originality. From a cultural aspect, I was brought up without the legacy of any artificial toys. I was trained to create everything from the initial stage up to perfection. Well, that was within the scope of my limited vision and the person who rendered the time. who was my very old grandmother. Just from the observation of nature, it taught me a lot to identify its perspective and its benefits and how it conforms us. In doing so, I am appreciative of all the elements of nature as I stay close to nature, and that is the number one channel in which I learned a lot. Number one, it's always on time. Number two, it delivers well. Number three, about its perfection. There's so many details about nature's and its perfection and its reliability. We can always depend on nature to give us something, a bloom of the flower garden, a bloom of something that has some special aroma. There's always something to talk about, something to relate to when it comes to nature. That was where I started to express my thought and appreciation in writing about the natural things. That deep connection resonated so well with me until today. I learned how to apply natural skills to using natural things and get comforting results. As a writer and a producer, my stories are lasting and engaging. As a singer, I develop my sequels in adding the power of music to my poetry within the domain of my originality. Stories need to be told, and when you're inclined to do something that you love, you do it from the very best of your abilities. I dream of building a cultural training center where people would come to learn how to be themselves and master their pure inclinations in defining possibilities of their own. It is such a great consolation to invent something that others can surely appreciate and utilize productively. My goal for the next 3 weeks is to continue growing within the scope of the Instructional Designer course and master the needed skills with excellence. I want to explore my career and grow my online business to utilize the skills that I'll gain from this course and to improve my capabilities. I know to this point I have learned a lot to take me to the next level, and I'm sure with guided instruction and time I will allotted the interests to follow my dream. This presentation was written and narrated by Marjorie. Thanks for watching.